Hey guys, it's Nikki
and Tori,
and you're watching Got Ghosts. Alright, let's check out our room. Well, it looks like a nice room so far. It's not as creepy as most of the hotels we stay at.
I definitely do feel a sense of heaviness in the air. It doesn't feel negative. It definitely doesn't feel negative, but it also doesn't feel like that party energy that sometimes we feel in hotels as well. So it's pretty stagnant, it's pretty thick, but not negative so far.
Fred? Nothing creepy? No Bible.
I have had a headache since we checked in, like a really bad migraine. And I thought it was a caffeine headache. I drank a full bottle of Coke and I still have the headache. So I don't know if it's something spiritual. Second weird thing that happened is when we were filming the history behind Tori, the camera kept trying to focus on the window behind her instead of on Tori. I don't feel like that super heaviness that I normally feel around my head if something's evil. So again, I don't think there's anything negative here yet. Or maybe there won't be at all, but it does feel like when you've had a long day, like when your shoulders slump, like that's the feeling that I'm getting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, should I tell them what happened to me today?
Yes.
I was walking around Brooklyn. I decided to go thrifting. Nikki and I always try to do something fun while we're on a ghost hunting trip, just to revamp, but that's besides the point. I was walking in Brooklyn and all of a sudden this coin just falls out of the air and I just hear it go clink, like on the floor, and it was a dime. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this, but I've encountered a lot of people who have said that when a spirit is trying to get a hold of you or tell you something, sometimes they'll leave coins. It is also old Mexican, I think, lore that skinwalkers are also known to leave coins after they've like transitioned into kind of a new form. So it was really interesting because I ended up just kind of ignoring that feeling and walking on my way, and then I ended up just going the wrong way. So I doubled back around. The coin was still on the floor, but next to the coin was this man that I had noticed before but I hadn't really looked at. I got a really close look at him and he had the creepiest smile, like he was just waiting for me to come back. And I just got like chills and I got this super eerie feeling. What?
It says low battery, but it was fully charged.
So, like as I'm telling this story right now.
I know, I wonder if this is gonna come into play.
Oh my god, I literally just like, my heart just dropped. Yeah, I have no idea what it is. If this has ever happened to you guys, please let me know.
The Martinique, the hotel that we're staying at, is located on Broadway. It opened in 1898 amongst the theater district. In 1910, we started to see the public transit and the whole neighborhood start to expand. The man who designed the hotel, his name was Martin, and that's why it's called the Martinique. He named it after himself. There's actually a lot of buildings in New York that do this. After the expansion, the hotel was starting to become known as one of New York's most elite hotels. One room would cost you $3.50 to $6 per day, which now looks like nothing, but back then it was a lot. In 1916, the PGA had its first meeting at this hotel. The hotel quickly became one of Manhattan's most famous destinations.
This hotel was also the site of two notable deaths. The first notable death happened in March 1923, and it was a silent film actor. His name was Harry F. Young, and he was also known as the Human Fly. Harry was asked to climb the hotel for promotion of the film Safety Last. When Harry reached the 9th floor, he lost his grip and fell to his death with a crowd watching him. The second death occurred not too long after that in 1928. This was the death of a famous novelist. The famous writer was also a playwright, and his name was George Barr McCutcheon. He passed away while eating lunch here on the premises. The cause of death was heart failure. The decline of the hotel happened when, sadly, the theater district decided to move to Times Square. By the 1950s, this hotel was one of the hotels that still did not offer private bathrooms and guest rooms. From 1973 to 1989, this hotel was used as short-term housing for families in need. Shortly after, the hotel was abandoned. The hotel remained vacant until 1996 when the Holiday Inn decided to come in and take over the hotel. Concerned with the age of the building and its rich history, the hotel was named a historical landmark. In 2019, the hotel got bought once again and became what it is today. Looks like our special guest is here. Hi!
Hello! Oh, this is our guest. Hi, I'm Ashley Metro. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I'm currently living in New York as a painter. I do contemporary, modern art, like abstract expressionism, kind of influenced by stream of consciousness line work. Kind of similar to like Keith Haring's style, but it has like a lot of different artistic influences. I pull a lot of influences just from my own life, so I'll kind of write different things that I'm going through or experiencing, or just like intrusive thoughts, and then I kind of wrap a storyline into it through the painting.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you here because it's definitely obvious in your art that you are emotionally charged and very in tune with your inner self. And I think that's always a good thing, especially for paranormal stuff, because you have to be so in tune with what's going on within you and like what you're feeling. So I'm gonna have you just like kind of walk around the room and then let me know how you're feeling.
All right.
Just kind of take it in.
I mean, it's definitely a nice hotel room, I can tell you that. The bed is really calling me. Just, maybe I just kind of want to go to sleep. I definitely felt interesting walking into the hotel. I definitely felt compelled as soon as I came into like, I guess like the stairway whenever we first, and just because I feel like there's so much depth there, but it almost has like a haze over it, if that makes sense. I definitely can feel the age of this building, even though it's very much like freshly renovated. You can tell that there's just from like the little details in everything, there's a lot of history there, and I have a lot of questions. I feel like walking in, so many different things have kind of like popped into my mind. I mean, hotels hold so much energy, so you never really know exactly what that holds. So
I know this is not your first paranormal rodeo, as they call it, and I know you have gotten the privilege to go on some ghost hunts with some other awesome creators, which is amazing, but have you ever had a paranormal experience yourself?
I always tell people this story because I tell them, I used to do paranormal investigations. In Austin, Texas, me and my friend Lorena, we would go ghost hunting a lot, and me and her would basically go together to this place called Georgetown. That's what we nicknamed it, but it was an abandoned nursing home. We walked up and it just felt different. She had had paranormal experiences there before, but this time it was different. It just had a different energy. We walked inside and it was like pitch blackout. We had to crawl through a window because all the other entrances had been basically shut. We were going around, it was like eerily silent, like more silent than I have ever experienced it or anything. In every room we went in, we would check it and clear it, and then we would go into the next room, and I swear to God, we would, as soon as we would leave the room, we would hear noises like shuffling in the room. And then we were walking in the hallway, and my friend Lorena goes, "We need to get out right now." I was like, what happened? She heard breathing like right behind her, like a male breathing. And so we run out, pitch black out, we're in the middle, there's a gazebo in the center, and we're talking about what we experienced. We're like, yeah, let's go back in. Right as we're about to go back in, Lorena goes, "Ashley, look." We both see this white outline of like what it looks like to be a woman.
Wow.
And we both just stared, and the figure just slowly faded into the doorway.
That's so
So that's a full apparition.
Yeah, there was nothing,
Yeah,
no
like no
light,
way for that to occur.
nothing, like there's no way it could have happened. There was no curtains, nothing. And I think I'd always kind of been looking for that validation.
Yeah.
So you've been to a bunch of different paranormal places and urban exploring. What would be like your favorite one?
So I've been to the Queen Mary a few times. I've been to, there was this mental hospital in Yorktown. with my friend Colin with the Paranormal Files, and that was my first real paranormal ghost hunt. It was with one of my other friends, Jess, and I think that was one of my favorites because it was just really cool seeing the building itself, and like that was when I really had that those chills and that real fear, you know. It's definitely one of my favorite places that I've checked out. You guys should definitely go when you're in Texas.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely have some big Austin plans going on, and traveling plans in general. I think we should start our investigation. Should we set up?
Yeah, we should set up. So we have our REM pod, and I honestly, the thing that's giving me the most paranormal vibes in this whole room is the windowsill. Okay, so it's set on full range. Our yellow light's out, so you won't see the yellow light, but
Oh, are you kidding me?
Whoa.
if you'd like to communicate with us tonight, you have something to tell us, go and touch the REM pod.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Ooh.
He's still talking. Listen. Yeah. This is so interesting. Yes. I already edited a lot of this and did not hear any of this in the background, and then we're here editing it again, and suddenly this man is talking over our whole video. Like, not the whole thing, but a lot of it. Like, what?
Yeah, so she wanted to show me, and then we like pulled the clip back to like hear even further, and it's like a constant recording, or like I don't know what
It sounds like
could
it's
be.
like a playback of a video or something.
Yeah, but
there
nothing's
was
playing.
nothing on.
Oh my gosh. I just can't, because obviously you guys are not freaking
Well, you're
hearing
not
the
even
voice.
hearing
You guys
it.
are so distracted. And nothing's...
Lauren is here. We are literally making a new clip to search for Britman and voice isolation.
We're going to pull the clip in.
It's a 20-minute clip.
Oh,
And he
why is
starts
it not-
talking at 50 seconds. Let's set up quickly.
I'm going to put our cat ball right here in the hallway so that we'll know if anything crosses through here.
I know, my heart's beating.
It's so strange. As soon as you set up that REM pod, I immediately got
Like you
Heart
felt
racing.
it before.
Yeah.
Like, as it
went.
came in.
Yeah.
literally as soon as you started to touch it, I was like, my heart
Well, and it's interesting that you say that, considering that one of the people who passed here is suspected to have died of heart failure.
I have full body chills right now.
And a lot of our friends who are mediums have said that a lot of times when a spirit enters the room, the way you feel them is the way they left the world. That feels like confirmation. We know that you're here. We're grateful for you.
it's an active.
Would you like us to... Can you back away from the REM pod? Please? Okay. A little bit further away. Okay.
Apologizing in advance to you guys. I know that sometimes Nikki and I act really casual when our devices go off. That's literally just because we've been doing this for a while. You made an interesting comment about how normally the REM pods don't go off. Our REM pods go off. That's the first thing I think that used to always happen to us is REM pods going off. And we always got the same reaction, is that like when we'd have people come collab with us, they'd be like, our REM pods never go off. Like, this is so crazy. So it's an interesting thing. I don't know.
Every ghost hunt I've ever been on, I've never.
It's never gone off?
Yeah. For me, other things have happened.
That's
but
so
not-
weird because it literally, I would say 80% of our investigations
80%.
it goes off.
Uh-huh.
It goes off in my house and I get really scared.
You do have a few haunted items, though.
I do. Yeah, I collect like antique items, so a few things that.
Yeah, have some attachments. They seem nice. So,
Well,
All right, awesome. The energy definitely changed once that started going off. I don't know if you guys noticed that shift in the room, but like it was kind of crazy. Like the air is thicker in here. Like it's harder to talk, it's harder to breathe. That's really interesting.
Yeah, you can feel it as it's.
Yeah, and you You ventured to say he. Do you feel a masculine energy in the
I've
room?
been feeling a masculine energy since we walked in. Not even just with you here. Oh, he's agreeing.
Yeah.
But I feel like when we ignore him, he gets like he really
Agitated.
gets upset.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like he's
Well, and knowing like this hotel is so old that it probably like, if it is a masculine energy, the interruptions make sense. Like, women were not important. What we had to say was not important.
Absolutely.
And if a man wanted to talk and be a part of it,
oh, do you believe that there might be a tinge of misogyny
yeah,
with this spirit?
I think that there might be. I think we might discover that. I want to know more. I want to know what's going on.
I almost wonder if this might even be related to the actor.
That's a really good point.
That is a great
Because
point.
he's, someone who kind of enjoys attention, someone who wants to be at the center of things, someone who wants to be a part of it. I'm really excited to see what he does with the spirit box.
So the spirit box is basically a radio device that will flip through stations, and it allows the spirits to manipulate the frequencies to make words.
Are you kidding me?
It's like ready.
We are starting our first Estes Method session. Ashley is under right now, and we're going to start with some questions. Hi, is anyone here that wants to communicate with us?
Wait.
We would love to speak to the person who is maybe using our REM pod.
Or the person who just walked in the bathroom. I'm feeling multiple energies. It feels like a lighter energy just came in.
Is there someone here that wants to communicate with us?
Coming?
Okay.
Were you in the bathroom?
Real?
Is the person who is... How many spirits are in the room here with us?
Big man?
Did you just hear something?
I heard someone say Nikki.
I heard someone say Nikki too. That's why I was scared.
No survivors.
I just heard that out loud.
I feel like he's having a hard time communicating because it'll like stop and then I'll almost hear like a breathing.
Okay. Oh, we heard it vocally say Nikki.
Yeah.
Both of us heard it.
Nikki.
Like,
Yeah.
no, like outside of the Estes
Yeah.
method.
This is Nikki.
I'm in the city. March 4th.
What happened on March 4th? Can you tell us more?
The man.
Okay. What man?
At the time, this didn't seem relevant. Now watching the clip back, it's very eerie. Henry F. Young, the human fly, died on March 5th.
They fucking left me. That's it, Madison Square.
Okay. You guys are welcome to come in here. But...
I'm feeling bored, Nikki.
Okay. What would you like to
So
tell
many
us?
fragile voices.
What would you like to tell us about?
Ugh.
Do you think just because we're women, we're fragile?
Name's Moses.
Okay, Moses.
Why do you have a connection to this space in particular, and to this room? Is there any particular rooms in the hotel that you feel drawn to?
It's been nice, girls.
Ew. Was that Moses again?
In the heart of that asshole.
The heart of that asshole.
Wow.
Staked in the heart.
What are you referring to?
Spirits at the door.
Who's at the door?
Let them in.
No, they're not allowed to come in unless they're positive spirits, and I'm guessing it's not because otherwise you wouldn't be needing permission.
Stop, they'll haunt you. You better stop.
They will haunt.
I understand. We don't let anything negative speak with us, attach to us, or come near us.
I'm out here.
No, you may leave. We only talk to positive spirits.
Come on.
No, if you need permission to come in here,
Hey!
no, you're not supposed to.
Let me in.
I'm going to take away this communication if you don't go away.
Wanna be friends?
Are you a positive spirit?
I know what she looks like.
Who?
A Mrs. No face.
Ooh.
Just felt like someone touched my head.
Okay.
Oh my god. Are you?
I'm starting to feel like really sick to my stomach.
Should we take you out?
I think she's okay for right now. Ask what year.
End it right now.
Why do you want us to end it right now?
What are you scared of? What are you intimidated by? What answers do you not want us to have the questions to?
Matthew.
Okay, questions do you not?
Matthew's here?
Making recognition. I'm telling you.
Okay, who just walked into the bathroom or came out of the bathroom?
Say the question, Tori.
Who just came out of the bathroom?
Matthew's back.
Okay. Is Matthew a positive spirit? You know I'm going to ask and you have to answer. You have to tell me the truth.
Somebody is evil here.
Matthew, is it you?
Is it Matthew?
Nikki, pull yourself out. What?
What? Fuck just
Can't see
happened.
anything.
Well, you were under something,
know
went
what
in
it
and out
is.
of the bathroom again. There's something evil in here. We do know that, but there is also some evil stuff that's trying to come in that
I think
needs
it's followed
permission.
us.
This is the second.
You think it followed you?
I think it
From
followed
where?
us. From the lobby.
Oh.
I felt something whenever we were in that stairwell. It like, because when I walked in here, I didn't feel anything. But then it just felt like it was like a.
Do you remember
And
where?
then Matthew
I was
came
gonna say,
in.
do you remember where we encountered Matthew?
Matthew's the spirit that I've talked to since I was little that disappeared.
Yeah.
That's
he
why it was
came
weird
in.
that I heard Matthew's back.
Yeah.
And it's the same voice. When I was little, I grew up in a haunted house. And the first ghost I ever saw, I named him Matthew to cope, like, with seeing a physical being and thinking it was a real person in my room. Like, he did not look like partially clear or a shadow. Like, this looked like me, you, or Tori, like, human being. And I saw him in my mirror, and I turned around. I was cleaning my room. I turned around, and there was no one there.
He has a specific voice. He can make that. He can make the voice in the SS other.
Yeah.
It's very specific. We've heard it. It's
We
always the
both
same.
heard it.
It's always the same. It makes me think that maybe there's something more sinister going on here than we even know. I mean, who knows who have stayed here, what they've done in these rooms.
Especially when it was abandoned.
It was abandoned for so long.
Mm,
It was a
how many
halfway
years?
house for a while
Oh.
for the city.
And we know that this place was around in the 1920s, and occultism was very popular in the 1920s all over the United States. So a lot of people would hold rituals in hotels because they were too afraid to have them at their houses.
So you're thinking that maybe there is, I could definitely feel that there are spirits that are drawn to here.
Feeling a really intense sad energy and a small bit of anxiety, which I don't know what that has to do with. The stake in the heart was very interesting.
Oh, I remember saying
you
that.
said
Stake-
something about.
I staked them or something.
Yeah,
Stake
I
in the
staked
heart.
them in the heart, which is interesting because that's obviously vampire lore.
Also, back in the day, they would, stake you basically as a way to kind of prevent any spirits, demons, or anything else from attaching to you.
Yeah.
There was a lot of lore behind that. The heart is a very spiritual thing, especially back in the day. Basically making sure you stay dead.
We're
Oh,
talking.
That's so scary.
We're talking original New York land.
I don't want to think that vampires are real. Like, is that something that we think is plausible? Like,
Well, I mean, definitely in this area. New York is an incredibly old city. There's a ton of stories here, so there should definitely be a lot of stuff that would be cemented back to the old settlement as well. I mean, I'm sure.
And even if there aren't such thing as vampires, were there people who resonated with that lore, kind of took that on because they weren't finding like a religious space or something else, you know, to attach to.
this is just me, but I don't think that like people sat around a fire and they're like making a joke like, oh, what if they were like humans that drank blood? And oh, what if they happened to like live forever? Because there's vampires in a lot of different cultures around the globe. If these beings did exist or still do exist, I mean, they would have spirits too, right? So they could also become ghosts. I don't know.
Is there a vampire spirit here with us? Is that a possibility even? You know what I mean? Like,
I could definitely feel a darker
A dark,
energy,
something
like
dark.
an inhuman energy for sure. I want to go back in.
you do?
I kind of do.
Hi, who is this?
And
Does your name start with an M?
problems.
What problems are you having?
Double. Get out.
Can you tell us why you're here?
One day of the year.
What do you do on that one day?
I'm feeling like so anxious right now.
Are you over by her right now?
Central Park.
You've named off multiple parks.
This.
What is that about?
Love. I see you. I see.
What is outside of the room?
Find you. He's here.
Who's here? Who's here?
One more time.
Tell us who's here.
Run around.
Why do you want us to run? What do we need to be?
Afraid
Run.
of? What do we need to be afraid of?
Is it what's in the bathroom? Is that what we need to be afraid of?
He's here.
Oh my god, oh my god.
He tattled. Come
I think
back.
we need to take her out. We need to take her out. Okay.
What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You, oh my god. I'm scared.
Oh man, I've never been this scared. Oh my god.
Scared, guys.
I have done a lot of investigations and I've never been this like anxious and scared.
I'm scared. I literally screamed a few seconds ago before we took you out. I was like, we gotta take her out.
We
I got
gotta
so
take
scared.
her out. Like what?
Who is he?
Yes.
Why do we need to be afraid of him?
We are going to go out into the hallway, which is super scary, but we also do want to be able to clear the room.
I'm scared because I don't want to let any of the
I
things
don't
in the
want
hallway
to
in.
either, but I also do want to see what's out there. Yeah. So we're gonna take the dowsing rod and check it out.
We are now in the hallway where the scary thing was.
Hopefully we're not letting it in. Is there anything here in this hallway? If there is, can you cross the dowsing rods? We would love to communicate with you using the yes, no method. For yes, we're going to cross the dowsing rods. Try it. Thank you.
Wow.
And then for no, can you please open them wide? A little wider than that, just so it can be clearer. Make it bigger. Yes, thank you.
Is there human spirits here? Yes. Are there energies that are not human that are here?
Big yes.
Do they try to influence you in any way?
Can you show us where you are in the hallway, please?
I knew I felt something down there. I really felt something down that hallway. I got like chills when I walked down there.
Thank you for showing us that. We've been threatened in this hotel. Are we safe here?
Are you the spirit that is making us, or entity that's making us unsafe?
Yes. Are you willing to tell us about what happened here?
Yes. See.
Are we speaking to the actor who fell off the side of the building?
To cover. I heard footsteps down that hallway.
And what was that?
Did you cause that actor to fall off the window?
The man that fell to his death and everybody watched.
Did you do that?
I heard where.
Off the 9th floor.
Do you know what caused him to fall?
What did you want to tell us about the parks? Why do they have significance?
Were you trying to show us where your body was buried?
Yes.
Her. Who is? I gotta go.
Do you want us to go to a different spot in the hotel?
I'll push you.
Down.
Do it. Stairs.
You
Stairway.
you want us to go to the stairs? Will we be safe there?
All right, so our guest has left because it's midnight, it's late, and we are going to head to the stairwell. And I'm scared because they said they were gonna push me down the stair.
Yeah, so we need to really be cautious. Also, we're gonna be pretty quiet, but we're gonna take you around. So come on, let's go.
Which floor?
Oh, it scared me. Oh, nice. Whoa.
Oh, there's the PGA you
Yeah, so this is the Professional Golfers Association. See, it started in 1916, and this is like where it was born, which is really cool. I'm not a huge golf fan, but it is really cool just to see the history of like how clubs and things like got made. This is beautiful.
I don't feel any like vibes over here.
Oh, it's cold.
Wait, should we say something here first?
Sure, it's really cold right here. Feel here.
Whoa. Hold on to the things. Whoa, guys. We have to be really careful on these stairs because we were threatened that we would get pushed down. I am just like feeling like so exhausted and just like out of breath, and we only walked up like a couple flights of stairs. Like I shouldn't be out of breath right now, but like I can't breathe. So we just got to the mezzanine. Just in case there's any encryptions or anything. Just a
beautiful. We're headed back to our room right now.
There's not really much to explore in this hotel. With the city hotels, they're not really that big most of the time. So there's not a lot like to show you guys.
Well guys, that's it for today's video. We really hope you enjoyed watching and we hope you enjoyed our guest Ashley. Make sure to check her out if you haven't already.
All of her stuff is linked, so yeah, she makes amazing art and make sure to check her out. As always, if you guys saw something or heard something that we didn't, please comment below because we love looking at those and you guys always discover the craziest things.
Also, remember this is the ghost hunting show where we don't fake anything. So if you see something, it was real.
What you see is what you get here on Got Ghosts. So thank you guys so much for watching and please subscribe and like and tell your friends.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye!